Every single year, trillions of dollars from organized crime move all around the globe. It's the financial lifeblood for drug cartels, human traffickers, you name it. But somehow, this massive river of cash flows completely under the radar. It's a system run by people who, as one expert puts it, are basically ghosts.
So, let's just get right into it. The big question, the one that honestly keeps governments and financial investigators up at night, is this. In our world of intense surveillance and tight banking rules, how is it possible that so much money can just vanish into thin air?
And the scale here, it's just mind-boggling. We're talking about an estimated $4 trillion being laundered every single year. To put that in perspective, that's up to 5% of the entire planet's GDP. All of it, proceeds from crime, flowing through a massive shadow economy.
And, this is exactly why it's so tough to stop. There's this guy, Andrea Crosta, an intelligence expert who has spent years infiltrating these networks. And his take on it? It's chillingly clear. He says the people and the money are operating on a completely different level, one that the authorities just can't see. So what's the secret? Well, the answer has a name, and it's called flying money. But to really get how this incredibly sophisticated system works today, we actually have to jump in a time machine and go back, way, way back, more than 1,000 years. All right, so picture this. It's 9th century China during the Tang Dynasty. Merchants have this huge problem. They're selling their goods in the capital, which is great, but then they have to haul these enormous heavy bags of copper coins all the way back home. I mean, they were basically walking targets for robbers. So the solution they came up with? Absolutely brilliant. Let's walk through a quick example. A tea merchant, right? He drops off his heavy bags of coins with a trusted agent in the city. In return, he gets nothing more than a simple, lightweight piece of paper. He travels home totally safe, no risk, and when he gets there, he just presents that note to the agent's partner in his hometown and, boom, he gets the exact same amount in coins. It must have seemed like magic, and it was all built on one thing: trust.
Okay, so here's the absolute key to understanding this. The value gets transferred, but the actual physical cash, it never crosses a border. It all hinges on a network of people who trust each other completely. And believe it or not, this ancient concept is the exact blueprint for the global criminal system we're dealing with today.
Okay, so let's fast forward to a modern scenario and see how this plays out. On one side, you've got Mr. Chen, a wealthy Chinese national who wants to invest $2 million overseas, but he's blocked by strict government controls. On the other side of the world, a Sinaloa cartel dealer has $2 million in dirty U.S. cash that he needs to clean and get to Mexico. Two totally different problems, one very elegant and very illicit solution. All right, here's the first move. Over in China, Mr. Chen transfers his legitimate money to a local broker. At pretty much the same time, in the U.S., the drug dealer hands over a bag full of dirty cash to another broker, who, what do you know, happens to be a trusted partner of the one in China. Okay, now watch this, because this is the magic trick. The U.S. broker takes the cartel's cash and simply gives it to Mr. Chen's cousin in America. And just like that, poof, Mr. Chen's money has flown from China to the U.S. without a single wire transfer or official record being made. But wait. You're probably asking, how does the cartel get paid? This is where it gets even more brilliant. The broker in China now owes the cartel $2 million. To settle up, he uses a legal-looking trade deal. By simply under-invoicing a huge shipment of something like refrigerators, he covertly transfers that $2 million in value. The debt is paid, the money is clean, and it all just looks like normal international commerce. So just think about the evidence this leaves behind. There is none. No bank statements, no transfer records. As Andrea Crosta says, the only thing keeping track of these multi-million-dollar debts is the trust and the personal bonds between the brokers in the network.
And it's really crucial to understand that this isn't just about moving money around for a few individuals. This system is the financial plumbing for a massive, interconnected web of global criminal enterprises.
I mean, just look at this list. Drug trafficking, illegal logging, human smuggling, sanctions evasion, all these seemingly separate crimes are often financed and connected by the very same network of flying money brokers. It's like a grand unified theory of global crime. And it gets even more complex. In some cases, it's not even dirty cash being moved, but dirty products. The Sinaloa cartel harvests the bladders of the endangered Totoaba fish, worth tens of thousands of dollars a kilogram, and gives them directly to a Chinese broker.
So instead of settling a cash debt, the network settles a product debt. The fish bladders are smuggled to China. To pay the cartel back, the Chinese mafia doesn't send cash. They ship precursor chemicals used to make fentanyl. Value is exchanged, debts are settled, and two criminal empires are supplied, all without a dollar changing hands. Investigators can't just follow the money anymore, they have to follow the value.
So if there's no paper trail, how can this possibly be stopped? Well, according to former Treasury Special Agent John Cassara, high-tech solutions like AI are not the answer. When you're fighting a system built on whispers and handshakes, you need to get on the inside.
The only effective method is classic, old-school human intelligence. It takes years for undercover operatives to build the kind of trust needed to get inside these tight-knit circles. It's dangerous, patient, and incredibly difficult work.
And the threat is constantly evolving. The foundation of this system is ancient. It's all personal relationships and trust. But now, it's being supercharged by modern technology. Encrypted communication apps and anonymous cryptocurrencies are making a system that was already low-tech and hard to trace nearly unbreakable from the outside.
So, what's the ultimate takeaway? To fight a $4 trillion problem, experts say we have to change the incentives. We need to stop rewarding law enforcement for quick, easy stats and start funding the long-term, complex, and meaningful human-led investigations that are required to actually dismantle these networks.
Which leaves us with a final, fascinating question. For all our technological advancement, the engine behind the world's most sophisticated criminal financial system is the most human element of all: trust.